Hello, I'm Dana of Stories with Auntie Dana. You may have heard me say before, good things come in small packages, and that's because teeny tiny books. I didn't know they were that small when I ordered them, but they're so cute. Okay, just set up the camera, set myself, and this is another book by Robert Munsch, and we're enjoying his books because they're pretty silly, right? This one's called Purple, Green, and Yellow. I wonder what that means. Purple, green, and yellow. Brigid went to her mother and said, I need some coloring markers. All my friends have coloring markers. They draw wonderful pictures, Mommy. I need some coloring markers. Oh no, said her mother. I've heard about those coloring markers. Kids draw on the walls, they draw on the floor, they draw on themselves. You can't have any coloring markers. So there she is, talking to her mom about it. The house looks pretty colorful already, doesn't it? Well, said Brigid, there are new markers that wash off with water. Get me some of those. Brigid's mother went out and got Brigid 500 markers that washed off with water. Brigid went into her room and drew lots and lots and lots and lots of wonderful pictures. Oh my goodness, and look, her room is just full of all the colors. Her mother was amazed. She said, wow, my kid is an artist. After a week, Brigid got bored. She went to her mother and said, Mom, did I draw on the wall? No, said her mother. Did I draw on the floor? No, said her mother. Did I draw on myself? No, said her mother. So there they are talking. And you can see she really says, no. Okay. Well, said Brigid, I did not get into any trouble, and I need some new markers. All my friends have them. Markers that smell. They smell like roses and lemons and oranges. And some even smell like cow plops. Brigid's mom got her 500 markers that smelled. Brigid went upstairs and drew pictures that smelled like roses and oranges and lemons, and even some that smelled like cow plops. So we're gonna see her. So many smelly felts. Her mother said, wow, my kid is an artist. Brigid said, Mom, did I draw on the floor? Nope, said her mom. Did I draw on the walls? No, said her mom. Did I draw on myself? No, said her mom. Well, said Brigid, there are some really new markers. Super indelible, never come off till you're dead and maybe even later. Coloring markers. Her mom went right out and bought 500 of them. Brigid went upstairs and drew lots and lots and lots and lots of really, really neat pictures. Look at that. Did she ever? Then she got bored. Brigid said, I'm not going to draw on the walls or the floor, but even my mother colors her fingernails. So it's okay to color your fingernails. So Brigid took the super indelible, never come off till you're dead, and maybe even longer coloring markers. And she colored her thumbnail dark, bright purple. And that was so pretty. She colored all her fingernails purple, black, and yellow. And that was so pretty. She colored her hands yellow, green, and red. She's just trying it once, and then all her nails, and then her hands. Wow. And that was so pretty. She colored her face purple, yellow, and blue. And that was so pretty. She colored her belly button blue. And that was so pretty. She colored herself all sorts of colors, almost entirely, all over. Then Brigid looked in the mirror and said, "What have I done? My mother's going to kill me." So she ran into the bathroom and washed her hands for half an hour. Nothing came off. Her hands still looked like mixed up rainbows. And I'm not sure why she did it, but she actually did color her face. Now she's trying to wash it off. Nope. Then Brigid had a wonderful idea. She got a bunch of markers and colored herself so she looked like she was not colored at all. She looked even better than when she started. She went downstairs and her mom said, "Time to wash your hands for dinner." "I washed them already," said Brigid. So there she colored herself back to her regular color of her skin, what she looks like every day. But just to make sure, Brigid's mom took Brigid to the bathroom and washed her hands and face. "Oh no," said her mother. "Brigid, did you use the markers that wash off?" No." "Brigid, did you use the markers that smell?" No." "Did you use the super indelible, never come off till you're dead and maybe even later coloring markers?" "Yes." "Yikes!" yelled the mother. She called the doctor and said, "Help, help, help. Brigid has colored herself with super indelible, never come off until you're dead and maybe even later coloring markers." The doctor came and gave Brigid a large orange pill and threw Brigid into the bathtub. "Is it working?" yelled Brigid's mom. "Is it working?" "Yes," said Brigid, "everything is coming off." And Brigid was right. Everything had come off. When Brigid walked out of the bathroom, she was invisible. "Oh no," yelled her mother. "You can't go to school if you're invisible. You can't go to university if you're invisible. You'll never get a job if you're invisible. Brigid, you've wrecked your life." And so I'm just going to show you in the bathtub. So the bubbles are all different colors of those markers coming off. Right? "Don't worry," said Brigid. And she colored herself all over till she looked perfect, even better than before. "Everyone will know you're just a drawing," said her mom. "No, they won't," said Brigid. "Yes, they will," said her mother. And we see how she was invisible. She had to color herself. "No, they won't," said Brigid. "I colored Daddy while he was taking a nap. And you haven't noticed anything yet." "Good heavens," yelled her mother. And she ran to the living room and looked at Daddy. He looked even better than before. Almost too good to be true. "Doesn't he look great?" said Brigid. "I couldn't even tell the difference," said her mother. "Right," said Brigid. "And neither will he, as long as he doesn't get wet." Oh. Robert Munsch with his silly face again. Do you like to color with felts, or do you like crayons? It's true that you have to be kind of careful with felts. You know, they can stain blankets and your clothes. There are some that wash off, and I think the younger you are, the better those ones are to have. And if you want, you could upload a picture in the comments that you drew a picture of with your markers. Have fun. Bye now.